Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Developer interviews.
Hello, my name is Neil Ticktin. I'm the editor-in-chief and publisher of MacTech magazine, and these are the TUAW MacTech developer interviews. We're talking to developers about some of the things that we're hearing from Apple about what the rest of this year is going to look like, how it impacts their products, and how, of course, it impacts you. Sitting with me now is Oren Boiman. He's the CEO of Magisto, co-CEO and co-founder. Thanks for joining us in here.
Thank you.
Why don't you, Apple's been talking here about what they're going to be doing with OS 10 Mavericks and iOS 7, of course the Mac Pro stuff, and then all these things we're going to see as the year goes on and kind of what the rest of our year is going to look like. Of the things you've heard so far, what's your favorite thing that you've been seeing or hearing?
Yeah, well, definitely the design itself that kind of provides so many new opportunities to create engaging designs in the apps.
Yeah.
Especially in the case of Magisto, we're a very visual app about video. So all that provides such a more engaging environment to provide a extremely beautiful UI.
Right.
And we're going to take advantage of that now immediately.
And we'll talk about that in a second. Is there any one feature that you personally really like out of the OSs?
I think that the entire design, themes, the fonts, and everything is something we're gonna use the entire app immediately.
Yeah, sounds good. Magisto, you guys are based in Europe. There's some people don't necessarily know what you do. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Magisto is doing these days?
Right. So Magisto is a very special app. It turns photos and videos to beautifully edited and produced keepsakes that are perfect for sharing with friends and family.
Okay.
And it does that using very sophisticated AI technology that edits videos and photos like a human being. That's kind of very unique. It's very different from random video editors that just try to stitch different parts together.
Right.
It really decides on who's the important character, the interaction between them, the speech parts, and kind of decides what's the storyline and produces everything professionally, and everything happens in real time.
Wow.
That's a very unique application.
So you take raw video and you just feed it to Magisto, or
you just throw several videos and photos onto Magisto. Magisto figures out completely automatically what to do with it. You can choose an editing style, so you can make it romantic or sentimental or funny or whatever you want. So this kind of a way to inject emotions and make those videos entertaining. So this is something that's very different from the source footage. It sometimes mostly is boring.
Yeah. It can be particular, especially personal family footage can often be really that way, and to jazz it up and make it really memorable. It's quite a gift to be able to give to people. So that's very cool. So the name Magisto is, I assume, coming from magic, or is it?
It's the magic of getting the gist, the essence of the moment.
Okay.
And that is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to extract. Doesn't matter if you provide us with an hour or 5 minutes of video. We'll find the gist, the essence, and we'll compile the story around it and make it something that's going to be the one thing that you want to remember and share from the event.
Wow, very cool. So, in some hearing some of the stuff that's coming from Apple, as this year goes on, what are you looking forward to the most? I think it's probably on the UI side from what you've said so far, but what are you looking forward to the most? Looking forward to implementing? What are you dreading if there's anything there as well?
So there's one thing I think is very interesting that besides the UI, I think the multitasking capabilities introduced in the new OS can really provide some extraordinary new kind of applications that does things in the background, something that was not really possible.
Right.
Even maybe only for certain categories, but now it's open for everyone. So I think that you're going to see different kinds of apps that can use the OS in a very profound way.
That's really cool.
So I know we'll definitely going to use it.
Yeah.
And the other thing which is interesting but something that we need to look deeper into the details how to do that is provide kind of one experience across the desktop, across the app. So we have an iOS application, we have a web application. We want to have a desktop application, and we want to leverage all the frameworks that Apple provides in order to get really one experience across all devices, across all screen sizes, and that's going to be a challenge. But very interesting to look deeply on the tools they provide.
And is there anything that makes sense from a sharing point of view on that as well? Does it make sense to be sharing, settings or even videos or anything along those lines in between the different platforms?
Definitely. So Magisto is already. It's a service. So a lot of the computation is done on the cloud, and number crunching, which is a really high performance computing, and kind of wholly graded production software that happens on the cloud. But when you get it on the app itself, so you want to be able to watch it from your iPhone, from your iPad, from your desktop. It doesn't matter. You want your memories to go with you. So we provide this as a service. The memories go with you. It doesn't matter where you start.
So once you push the video up to the cloud, then wherever you're playing it from that point,
Exactly.
it's just downloading it from
And
the
you can
cloud.
share
and
it
go
from, and you could share from everywhere.
there. Right.
Exactly.
Wow. And are you looking? Is any of the iCloud interface or the AirDrop interface going to help you with doing some of that stuff?
Yeah, definitely something that was. We will look forward to go deep into understand iCloud. That's obviously something that's extremely interesting because we can pull data that's already stored in cloud. We don't need to upload it.
Right.
So that's make it much easier. Really snappy experience for the user.
Yeah.
So we're willing to try that as fast as we can.
So I have to ask this out of curiosity with something that is so powerful on the AI side, because for those people that don't know out there, to be able to interpret what's going on in a video and understand it well enough to be able to have it automatically edited
Right.
in that way is a tremendously difficult thing to do.
It is.
What's your guys' background that this came from?
Both me and my co-founder are PhD experts in computer vision.
Got it.
When we started the company, we knew we had a technology that's groundbreaking, and you have to analyze, like we do right now with Magisto. We analyze millions and millions of video per month,
Right.
and you have to produce them and be precise. So in order to get users to be delighted by the results, otherwise
Right.
they don't care.
Right.
So we got to this point, and I think we actually in the last year we completely validated that people are crying
Yeah.
when they see Magisto. It's kind of extraordinary.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's
Yeah.
an AI that's not just helpful;
Yeah.
it is moving you
Yeah.
as a user. It's
Yeah.
entertaining. That's kind of
I get it. It was when
And
you
it-
described it, it's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. I think also the scale is kind of amazing. It
Yeah.
also amazes us. I mean, we grow really, really fast right now. We
Right.
already have a total of 8 million users.
Right.
We just started last year. And so, obviously that's a huge need because otherwise there's a big question of why would you capture video in the first place?
Yep.
So we're providing this reason. But I think that the barrier of entry that we just had to overcome was so extraordinary. So I think it's now that we're there, we're going to really utilize it, and you're going to see some features from Magisto next year that are currently unimaginable with video.
Awesome. Even more magic from you guys.
Right.
Oren, it was a pleasure meeting you and having you
you.
come by and talk to us. I'm Neil Ticktin. These are the TUAW MacTech interviews with developers. Thank you for watching.